Hey, it's your girl, your host with the most, your favorite chick to chit chat with, Miss Mo. It's your sister on the pull up, here to help you unpack, process, and progress forward, empower, and prosperity. How are we going to do that today on this lovely Monday? Let's dig in and see. Well, keeping in line with our focus for the month of May, which is hope, we've talked about how critical hope was to our future, our dreams, and our goals. We talked about one of the silent killers of hope, which can be comparison. And last week, we talked about how hope, faith, and trust tie into each other and go hand in hand. Today, I want to talk about another thing that could potentially get in the way of killing your hope, and that is your communication, how we speak, right? Sometimes when we get discouraged and things like that, or something is a challenge, is struggling, because what you have to remember, whatever that thing is you're hoping for, we've talked about how your faith ties in, and then we talked about how faith without works is dead. So there is a process, there is a work that you must do to bring your hope to pass, right? Now, with that, sometimes it doesn't happen immediately. Just because you saw it today doesn't mean that it is going to come to pass today. It may take weeks, it may take months, it may take years, it may take time for you to set up things, break down things, start things over. And the process of it, because it's not instant or immediate or sudden, we like to say, then sometimes you can get discouraged. And when we're discouraged, we have to be mindful of how we speak concerning that thing. And sometimes it doesn't mean don't be honest about what you're experiencing and what you're feeling, right? It means just be mindful of how you speak about it. It's like saying, okay, oh, this is hard, I can't do it. That's not the communication you want to relay. What a better way to say that would be, this is really challenging, and I feel like I'm struggling with this thing. However, there is a wisdom to get it done because God gave me this to do. This was a hope, my hope. And remember, because the hope and the faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now, then you have to remember, faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God, not the word of everybody else, right? So this thing that I'm hoping for, this thing that I'm in faith for, this thing came from God, right? And even if it's something that it's just something you hope for in your life, still you have to be mindful of those principles and how you communicate about a thing. So another way to say that is, this thing is challenging, but there is a wisdom to get it done. And it is my intent to seek out that wisdom. And maybe it isn't just that you don't know what to do or you don't have the wisdom to do it. Maybe there's an understanding, another level of understanding that you have yet, keyword yet, to tap into. See, you didn't lie and say, it's not like saying, I know it, I have this understanding. It means you haven't tapped into it yet. And sometimes that yet is the thing that changes the trajectory of what it is you're saying. So here's some scriptures I want to share with us today. James 1:5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. Proverbs 24:3. Through wisdom is a house builded, and by understanding, it is established. See, wisdom and understanding go together just like hope and faith and trust go together. So they all tie into this thing that you're hoping for. Proverbs 4:7. It says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So no matter what else you have to get, be sure to pick up some of that good old fashioned understanding, because a lot of times we know things, right? We've heard it, we've captured it, we've memorized it, and we can recite it on cue. However, when you understand that thing, you're able to apply it to more than what you got it from in that context in which you received it, right? Because sometimes we get a thing and we can memorize it. And so in that aspect, you'll say, the boy ate the apple. But without understanding what him eating the apple actually represents or meaning, you'll only be able to apply it to that one particular statement. However, when you understand it, you can break that thing down. You can apply it to different things. It becomes the understanding of it really makes it the principle, which means it's not isolated to one situation. You can apply that thing in various areas. And let's be honest, our hope isn't to one small thing. We have plenty of things that we're doing and moving through life. So we want to be able to pick up principles. We want to be able to be mindful of our conversation. And sometimes it's not just our conversation about our things, but even how we communicate about others. Because sometimes you'll say, oh, they can't, or they didn't, or they're not qualified, or all of these things. And what you do is you position yourself for those same things to be spoken concerning you, or to become true concerning you. So don't just watch your mouth and how you communicate about the things you're hoping for and where you are, but be mindful about how you're communicating about others. And be very, very careful, because it's really easy to step over into that thing about gossip, right? And we don't want to be caught gossiping. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of it throughout my life. And sometimes you don't feel like it's bad because you're talking about something that you see on TV, or, some stuff about people that you really don't know. Gossip is gossip. So watch your mouth. All right. That's all I have for you guys, because this is about to go in another direction and we're already past our 5-minute mark. I love y'all real big. And until next time, as always, keep it kingdom.